Hello, HyperCycle community. Today, we are going to dive into the heart of innovation, and by that I mean our engineering team. As we all know, 2024 has been a groundbreaking year for HyperCycle's technology, and we're excited to have none other than our Chief Technical Officer, Dan Toliver, with us today. Dan, welcome. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Great to be here. Thanks, Jack.
We are happy to have you then. So let's start looking back at 2024 because it's been a year very intense, filled with product developments, deliveries, but also challenges. And I guess I would like you to walk us through all the key milestones that you have achieved this year, if you want to talk about that.
Uh, yeah, well, all of them would be a long list, but I can throw out a few. So, Node factories, I think that was a really big one this year, being able to put together um, this kind of business that encapsulates all of the different pieces that have to go into a node and then allows people to manage that business and ultimately to sort of franchise off of it as they are unlocking new nodes from their node factory. I think that was a pretty major arc of product design and of engineering as well. The Aimifier, which ended up producing a ton of aims for us, I think that was another milestone as well. Obviously, HTS was a big milestone. We did a bunch of hyper appliance work in terms of distributing those out, but also in terms of the engineering behind the scenes for getting the HyperCycle node set up on the hyper appliance, getting aims that were compatible with it, and then working through a lot of interface issues of various kinds with it. The Explorer, which I believe we're launching very soon, so by the time people see this, it will presumably be out. That was another milestone on our side. There's, I'm reading from a list. I'm not just making this up as I go. I actually prepared for this, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I would be wandering around a lot more in the crevices of my mind if I had to do this in real time. Uh, there has been a lot of deep work that we've done in the kind of engineering, I guess more in the R&D side of things, um, on the implementation of Sato servers and the specification of those over the course of this year. That's mostly led by Robert, with myself and Tufi involved, and then a couple people on the implementation side. Um, that's been very productive this year, and I think that we will see fruit from that tree, no pun intended, ripening next year and coming out, which is amazing
Yeah.
because that gives us some abilities that it unlocks our ability to do things in a different way than we've been able to do it so far. And that's
Mm.
part of the foundational story of HyperCycle. But that kind of deep work is something that just takes a long time. Those seeds take a long time to grow, and it can't really be rushed.
Also, so many things, Dan. Thank you. I guess I agree with what you are saying. The hypercycle tree has so many branches
Yeah.
that even for us on the marketing side, it was a bit stressful to imagine how you will pull that out. How you will be able to connect all those moving parts together and actually design what was intended. So really, really impressed by the work that you all did, and really congratulations to all of you. Uh, I'm sure that there were some moments that stood out for you, and perhaps you had a major challenge that you had to overcome, or maybe an unexpected breakthrough. Maybe you want to talk about that a bit.
Yeah. Um, you know, I didn't mention it on that list above because we haven't launched it yet. But something I'm really excited about is the Hackathon Kit. So this is a kind of bootstrapping kit or SDK for app developers to be able to build on top of HyperCycle. Um, a lot of the big picture stuff comes down to perspective, and that's changed a lot. That perspective that we have on what we're building and how we're building it and what HyperCycle is, that perspective has changed a lot over 2024. So we're seeing HyperCycle very differently now than we did a year ago. And this hackathon kit is both the outcome of changes in perspective that we fought for. Like these are not gentle changes in perspective where you just kind of gently walk or flow, and drift into a new perspective. These are things that we're actively fighting for, to climb these kind of hills so that we can see things differently from the top of that hill. And we fought for some changes in perspective over the first half of 2024. So the hackathon kit is both the outcome of that, but it also is stimulating still more changes in our perspective as we focus on what it really means to run applications in this fully distributed setting, and to run them on top of this fully distributed engine that we're building. And so I think this is the most exciting thing really that HyperCycle is doing. It changes the way that AI works as the Internet of AI, but it also, that change ripples out to ultimately change everything that we're doing with computers, including the way our apps are built, and the way that they're used, really, because distributed apps work differently, and for the most part they work differently in a good way. So I'm really excited about that.
We now have a mini AMA with some questions from our community. And my first question is HyperCycle able to compute tasks on the network already? And have AI models been implemented into HyperCycle nodes yet?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of examples of this. Science United AIM running on the hyper appliances. We've got Web Scraper that we're planning to bring out soon there, that will actually be useful in building up these and maintaining these RAG systems. So those two dovetail very nicely together. We've got a bunch of demos that are ready to go out the door. We've got the voice board demo. We've got Pandoc. We've got others. And I think we've got, at this point, we've got dozens, over 40 aims in our registry, and we haven't even opened that for submissions yet. So, we haven't opened up our AI marketplace for people to bring in their aims at this point. So that's just like our early alpha partners, and we've already got more than 40. So yeah, the answer is yes to both of those
Yeah,
questions.
definitely.
Great insight. That sounds like a lot of scaling to come with the new year. My next question is, given the surge in Ethereum gas costs, is HyperCycle considering the use of layer 2s or other solutions to bring down costs for users?
Yeah, yeah. And this is really important to us, especially as we start to roll out more features and more things that people can do with their node factories in 2025. We will see uh, we will see a lot of use. I mean, it depends on what you're doing with it, but there will be lots of opportunities for people to make use of their node factories in different ways. And if each of those is going to hit them with a huge gas fee every time they do something, that really is going to add a lot of friction to it. So this is a really important problem for us. There's multiple proposals on the table. It's too early to talk about details. We're still sorting this out, but we're looking at layer twos. We're looking at alternative chains, but we're also looking at potentially doing some modifications to the existing Ethereum-based system, which would reduce, or in some cases completely eliminate, the cost for making use of your node factory in these different opportunities that are coming out in the new year.
That's all from me. Back to you, Jack.
Yeah. Um, I mean, it's been fantastic discussing with you. That I could go on for for all day, right? Um, yeah, it's. I mean, you've been sharing all those intel, and even for me and for Okan, it's exciting to imagine the scale that is going to expand for HyperCycle, because we have barely started in 2024, and now we are ready to deliver. And I mean, I can't wait to be part of that, and to to test all those products and all those demos, to see people make use of them. So I guess I want to say thank you to you, and the community is very excited and is always eager to have some more, to have more info on what we are building. They will come out with more questions in the course of 2025. So Okan and most of the Hyper Squad will be gathering all the intel for that, and we will forward it to you. If you and I'm addressing to the community now, if you have some question, please come to us, join us on social medias, and don't hesitate to interact with us. You know that there is a place for you. We will always take care of what you have to say. We will always integrate your feedback. What you say to us means a lot. We have always been there for the community. Okan is a testament to that because he was part of the community and now he's working with us, and so is Ray, and so is Antonis, and so will be more people. So thank you for all the support that you have been providing to us. Don't hesitate to meet us on our social medias, on Telegram, X, YouTube, and enjoy your holidays, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, happy holidays, everyone. See you in the new year.